going to give away a free t-shirt, ask and answer a question, reveal the books I bought this week, and feature a mystery pop-up segment. I would tell you where it is, but it's a mystery. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching a Comic Hero Show. Now kick that intro! Oh, and happy Halloween. This week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. It's the final episode of the 400s, and I'm celebrating Halloween. Now I'm going to touch base on all that later on, but for right now, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. Alright, on last week's episode, I asked on the TV show The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which legendary recording artist did the Falcons say that Captain America loved to listen to? Well, the correct answer is Marvin Gaye. And 7 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, the name's been entered in the drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is... Fish Lee from Bologna, Arkansas. So congratulations, Fish. Win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. Alright, here's the question for next week's episode. And this is a Rogue Sun question. Now, Rogue Sun is a comic book that I'm reading from Image Comics. It's very good. I recommend it to just about everyone. Alright, here's the question. Which major U.S. city is the comic book series Rogue Sun set in? Alright, I'm only going to get 2 hints. The first hint is that this U.S. city is located in southeastern Louisiana, and it is nicknamed both the Big Easy and the Crescent City. And the second hint, recording artists like Harry Connick Jr., Dr. John, P.J. Morton, Lucky Day, Trombone Shorty, and Randy Newman are all from this city. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. So, I gotta ask, any questions?
Questions I walk around in. Questions I didn't thrive in. Questions I will survive in. Questions.
Alright, this question comes from ZJ and April Hooks from Camden, Arkansas. They asked, do you ever go back and reread the comics you bought over the years? Well, y'all, actually I have, and I still do. And I find that with doing this, I tend to find things that I didn't catch on to at first, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of comics. You know, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with reading them again, because sometimes you just never know. Alright, I'm really loving these questions y'all asking me. Y'all keep them up. They could have anything to do with me in terms of the show. It could have anything to do with comics or anything within the hobby, but please, no personal or tasteless questions. I will neither ask nor answer them on the show. Alright, for the last time in the 400s, let's get to the comics I bought this week. Hey everyone, now this month is also Multiple Hereditary Exostoses Awareness Month. Now Multiple Hereditary Exostoses, or MHE, is a genetic bone disorder in which benign cartilage cap bone tumors grow outwards from the metaphyses of long bones, growth plates, or from the surface of flat bones throughout the body. The severity of this disease varies widely. Some patients may have as few to 2 tumors, but most patients may develop many more, and the numbers of tumors can run into the hundreds. MHE affects roughly 1 in 50,000 people. Most individuals with MHE have a parent who also has this condition. However, approximately 10% of individuals with MHE have this condition as a result of a spontaneous mutation, and are thus the first person in their family to be affected. Offspring of an infected individual have a 50% risk of inheriting the altered gene for MHE. People with MHE develop cartilage cap bone tumors called exostoses, which may be sessile or pedunculated and vary widely in size and shape. Pedunculated exostoses have a broccoli-like appearance with a stalk with majority growth towards the end of the stalk. Sessile exostoses have a broad-based attachment to the outer bone called the cortex and have a lumpy, bumpy appearance. Now, I personally know, I have a friend, an old college friend who has this condition, and so does his daughter. And if you're watching this and you happen to have this condition, I love y'all, and this mystery pop-up segment and episode is for y'all. Now, this is an MHE awareness comic hero tee, and if you would like one, you can find them on IamTheComicHero.com for $17, and I will donate half of each purchase to the MHE Coalition. Alright, these books that I bought, there's quite a few of them. There's, nine, wait, let me do the math here. Yes, there's 9 of them. And I'm going to go ahead and reveal them right now. The other half, these are half the books that I bought recently. The other half you'll see a little later on. So here we go. First up is the Avengers number 19. Dazzler number 2. Gatchaman number 4. The Incredible Hulk number 18. Folks, I'm really excited about this book. Iron Man number 1. Spider-Boy number 12. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 3. X-Factor number 3. And finally, X-Men number 6. Alright, with those 9, that brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 13,202. Comic books I bought this week. Alright, here we go. First up is Batman the Brave and the Bold number 18. Excited about this book also. Absolute Wonder Woman number 1. Action Comics number 1072. Detective Comics number 1090. Flash number 14. Green Arrow number 17. Power Girl number 14. And finally, Superman number 19. All right, that's 8, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 13,210. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode. And here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. Which major U.S. city is the comic book series Rogue Sun set in? Now, here are the hints again. The first hint is that this city is located in southeastern Louisiana and is nicknamed both the Big Easy and the Crescent City. And then the second hint, recording artists like P.J. Morton, Trombone Shorty, Lucky Day, Harry Connick Jr., Randy Newman, and Dr. John are all from this city. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Fish Lee from Valonia, Arkansas, who won a free tee on this episode. All right, now Halloween in the beginning was a holiday in which children, it was centered around children. Children would go around and dressed up and then go trick or treating, which is something they still do. But over time, adults started getting into the act. And they started dressing up and all this and all this stuff. But instead of going trick or treating, they would have either house parties or office parties. And, I want to share this Halloween memory with y'all. So I remember I was in second grade. I was almost 8 years old, and I say that because Halloween is actually 2 days before my birthday. But I remember I was dressed up as Spider-Man, and my parents took my sister and me to Pierre Bourget Mall, and the news anchors at the ABC affiliate in Shreveport were all there, and they were handing out candy to all the children dressed up. And I remember there was this news anchor, I think she's retired now, her name was Gwen Campbell, and she commented on the Spider-Man costume that I wore, and she said, "Hey, Spider-Man." And as an 8-year-old, that made me feel good, and that's something that whenever KTVS is celebrating their 70th anniversary this year, and they were showing some of the anchors, past and present. I got a shot of Gwen Campbell back when she was there, and when I saw her, that was the first thing I thought about. Sorry, but I just thought I'd share that with y'all. I know y'all may think that's a little cheesy, but to all the parents out there whose children are going trick or treating, I know y'all are going to make sure that your children are going to be safe. So kudos to y'all. Keep on doing it. And to all the folks that are going to these house parties and office parties, do the right thing. If you get too drunk, get someone to drive for you. Please, I don't want to hear anything about any vehicular any accidents or any vehicular fatalities. Please, sir, please, ma'am. I know I'm being a bit sappy, but that's just how I am. I care about people. All right, this is a Halloween Comic Hero tee. And if you would like one, you can find them on IamTheComicHero.com/shop for $17. Now, I know the month of October is coming to a close. As I'm doing this, it's October 30th, which is the day before Halloween. But I'm keeping it on the website in case y'all want to buy one for next year. Oh, and I just want to go ahead and say this. This shirt may or may not glow in the dark. Just throwing that out there. All right, here's the road ahead for the show. On next week's episode, it's the 500th episode. And I'm going to wear a Comic Hero tee in observance of that. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm about to unveil the 500th episode Comic Hero tee. Check it out. Alright, y'all probably wondering, what does the D stand for? Well, D is the Roman numeral for 500. The more you know. But if you would like a shirt just like that one, if you're watching this on YouTube, all you have to do is leave a positive comment down below. Now, for everyone else that's on social media, I'm going to post it on social media. I'm going to post it on, I want to say, 4 social media outlets. Your job is to either like, love, or leave a positive comment. Everyone who does all these things will be entered in a drawing, a special drawing that is, on the 500th episode. And just like I did with the 11th anniversary Comic Hero tee earlier this month, I'm drawing 5 names. So, if y'all want one, go ahead and do it. And then it's also going to be a product on the website the day after the 500th episode is on YouTube. So, yeah. On episode 501, I'm celebrating Veterans Day. Veterans Day is when we honor the men and women that have served in any branch of the U.S. military who are still with us today. Then on episode 502, I'm celebrating adoption. Adoption with the emphasis of foster care. Then on episode 503, I'm raising awareness of lung cancer. Now, this is the last time I'm going to say it, but this weekend, on November 2nd, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., meet me at the first annual Louisiana Delta Comic Con. It's on the main campus of Louisiana Delta Community College in Monroe, Louisiana. I'm going to be one of several special guests there, and then we're going to have a lot of great vendors. And just added last week, and I mentioned this already, but Joseph Poliquin, who played Carl in Five Nights at Freddy's, will be a guest there. He was just added. Really looking forward to it. And I just want to go ahead and say this. If you happen to have a Comic Hero tee, please, sir, please, ma'am, wear it. Let them know that the CH Nation is standing proud. And also, don't just support me, but to support the con as a whole. Support all the other guests and all the vendors, especially one of my favorite vendors, Man-Made Soaps. Man-Made Soaps, they have some of the best craft soaps I have ever used, and they even have a scent called Barksdale Bubble. Don't believe me? Come on out to the con. But it's gonna be great. It's gonna be, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be the best birthday ever, because because this Saturday is my birthday. So if y'all are watching this and y'all come to the con, I mean, y'all don't have to, but wish me happy birthday, and I'll definitely thank y'all. And speaking of thanks, I just want to thank each and every one of y'all. I mean, I love doing this show. I've been doing it for over 11 years, and I'm closing in on 500 episodes. I mean, just so thankful. Alright, if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. And as soon as you're done, hit subscribe. If you're watching this on the Comic Book Lovers Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. If you're watching this on the East Texas Comic Con Fans Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, hit subscribe. And if you're watching this on the Louisiana Delta Content Creators Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. Oh, and this candle right here, I bought this at the last minute. And now that the show's about over and all that, I'm about to put the candle out. And this is for my fans, the best fans in the world. Ooh. All right, I'm Victor Noli on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for the 500th episode. And I'll see some of y'all this weekend over at the first annual Louisiana Delta Comic Con. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and happy Halloween, y'all.